Steve, the author of the Master 2000, and I'm going to talk today a little bit about boredom. And somebody who didn't know what to do and didn't have anything to do, I am the author in Boredom. The Master Steve asked, and what can you tell us about boredom, Master? And the Master, who himself didn't feel particularly very entertained, answered, we should never underestimate the constructive power of boredom. Since boredom can exist in a society that is always busy working, we must recognize if you are getting bored, surely you may not be so industrious, especially in a culture that is always active, hectic, doing or looking for something. It sounds to me that getting bored can be considered some kind of a privilege. Not everybody can do that, God forbid. If they must give all their attention to work that they cherish so much, then they will have not a chance to get bored. Then consequently, it is obvious that getting bored may be some kind of immunity to work or privilege. Since how can you have nothing to do and do not know what to do in this civilization, in this society? Unheard of. Except the old and retired, nobody else has that privilege of getting bored at all. If nothing interests you, in the house you get bored, outside with company or not you also get bored, the countryside bothers you, you find the mountains too bizarre, the beach for you is too freaky, you hate sports, you much rather rot, watching them annoys you, friends surely you do not have, don't worry, nobody else does either, art is not in your agenda, and as entrepreneur, the most it occurs to you is to do nothing. Then obviously you are not making a good job of getting bored at all. Then let me have a suggestion for you. Go to the garden, if you have one, or to the countryside in a secluded area, and make a hole in the ground, and be sure nobody is watching you, because it will be a little bit freaky. And make people wonder, what in the hell are you doing? Make the hole big enough to bury your head like an ostrich, and make the hole with a teaspoon. Don't be silly and try to be practical and use a shovel. A no-no, that's a no-no. Remember that you are fighting boredom, you must work for it. Place your head in the hole and listen to the noises of the earth or the lack of them. Noises or not is irrelevant. Well, if your boredom still persists after this bit bizarre attempt, you must recognize that at least you have done something different. After a while in this position, just remember to remove your head from the hole. Enough is enough. It is acceptable to fight boredom graciously, but not necessarily suffocate yourself in the endeavor. Don't be silly. If you have a talent of getting bored, you mustn't worry. You take a hot bath and relax. If boredom persists, take another bath. If you still keep on getting bored, keep on bathing yourself until you are going to be so weak of bathing that boredom will no longer bother you anymore. Your wickedness will. If you are getting bored and do not know what to do and nothing completely interests you, you sit in front of the mirror and relax and look at yourself really well. If you are beautiful, you will become a narcissist. And if you are ugly, God help you. Next time you get bored, don't tell anybody. People may think you are a freak. How can you get bored when everybody is busy working? Which kind of anomaly or aberration are you? Don't tell, don't ask. Try to behave normal. I know it is not easy. How can you try to behave normal when you have no idea what normal is? Don't worry, me neither. I surmise you should try to be as dull as the average. I believe that that is supposed to be normal, isn't it? There is a constructive boredom, the one that because of nothing to do and total ignorance of what to do, well, what else? Think. And here is where the artist or entrepreneur is born. This is the so-called constructive boredom. Boredom in these cases has been to blame for the greatest masterpieces of artwork and discoveries in every field. Only people who have developed the ability of getting bored to the bones have been able to do that. The rest are too busy working, the most common attitude towards life nowadays. Another idea where boredom becomes unbearable: if you are a man, change your appearance and disguise as a woman, change your attire and dress as a girl, with all the trimmings, high heels, big wig, mascara, makeup, etc. Use plenty of lipsticks, men love that. And go to a swingers bar and behave a bit like a whore. It is easy, do like an average woman will do. Surely you will attract some man and flirt with him. And don't worry, later, as passion escalates and he discovers your real sexuality by being playful, you will no longer get bored, but surely beat up. Just let's hope that he doesn't overdo it, and it will give you a chance to get out of boredom again de nouveau. Also, to beat excessive boredom will be get naked but wear some brief underwear, just the basics. Cover your body with some kind of glue and throw yourself in a bed of feathers. Be sure that they are there well, head and all, and go and promenade yourself through the busiest street of the town. And after that, tell me of the reaction of the people to your new look. I have never heard of anybody else. I have given this advice before. I have always wondered what might have happened to them. If boredom persists and being normal is not in your agenda, neither in mine, try this. Mix a bucket of flour and water and buy plenty of bandages from the pharmacy. And when I say plenty, I mean a lot. Do not be thrifty. You are going to need it. Sit on the floor and with a brush paint yourself with a mixture. Start from the bottom, the legs, and rub the bandages around orderly, all the way to the head and all. Lie down somewhere in a secluded place, screaming like a mummy, you know. Wait until we are all dried up and start screaming, ooh-hoo, ooh-hoo. Eventually somebody will show up and get a fright of their life. And have fun. If nothing else, you will have the time of your life cleaning up the mess. And for a while you can forget about boredom. And the next time you get bored, just don't call me or ask me. I am extremely busy trying to know what to do with myself and so much free time. And that's all, and goodbye, and God bless you. If he can and is able, and I doubt it. The moments of boredom are precious. These moments in which nothing occurs and nobody can change are a jewel, and those sacred moments belong to eternity. There are two ways of getting bored. One is just getting bored by yourself, very common nowadays, and the other getting bored, extremely bored, on the company of others, much better. You must share your boredom. Everybody does it. The workers are in despair for work because they are terrified of getting bored. They know that to stop working and death go very well together. And I believe that's all about boredom that I can say for the moment.